All right, so this one is super fun to do. This is called the 7 Steps to Success. I actually created this after reading The Breakthrough Experience and modified it a little bit for our business, but this is the more advanced of goal setting, and we're going to take a big goal, we're going to smash it down into smaller goals, then we're going to take those smaller goals and put them into action steps. So they say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So once you define what your goals are and the steps you need in order to reach them, then everything becomes so much easier. When you go, hey, I want to hit 682-3, or I want to quit my job, or I want to make 10 grand a month. There's like, yeah, but how are we going to get there? And for a lot of people, it's paralysis by analysis, which means they look at what they need to do and they freeze because they don't know where to start and they don't know what's the most important. And for a lot of people, especially when you're new, you get into this, I don't want to make a mistake. So you don't do anything, which is probably the biggest mistake in the world. So I'm going to share my screen here and show you exactly how this looks. All right. So 7 action steps for success. So really simply, this is write down your main goal. So whatever your, they call it a big audacious goal, all right, big hairy audacious goal. And this is the, I want to buy a castle. I want to buy a castle, right? I want to buy a castle and I want to have a helicopter and I want to travel the world. I want to do all this sort of crazy stuff. Now, when you're obviously new in your business, these are most likely going to be more business related or more relationship or financial or whatever it is. For instance, if you wanted to buy a house, well, what are the 7 goals you would need to buy a house? Well, you need to figure out what type of house you want and where you want to live and how much land do you want and do you want neighbors and how much is it going to be, how much can you afford, and all of these sort of things, right? So this is how you make a really complicated process into a very enjoyable process, as well as you're going to have little wins along the way, which is going to make you feel really good about doing this. Because when we're standing at the bottom of Mount Everest going, I want to get to the top, well, your Sherpa breaks them down into 20 or 25 different points. And eventually you make it to the top of the mountain. You don't do it in one shot. So this is really impactful. So again, main goal is going to go at the top, and you're going to be writing down the things so you're going to take your main goal, you're going to break them down. I believe there's actually 8 in here, just in case you have something extra. But these are going to be your 7 sub goals. Okay. Then you're going to put your sub goal in here, and you're going to break them down into 7 action steps. So to give you an example, here's mine. Hit 682-3 by the end of 2021. So how do I need to make this happen? Be consistent every day with follow-up. Make sure ads are running every day. Help everyone on their team hit their income goals. Start building my second position on my K8, which is what I'm doing right now. Create new content videos and ads and boost them to my retarget audience. Use the cash flow projector to manage my finances so I know where I'm at. Stay on my morning routine, meditation, visualization, gratitude, and affirmations, on top of working out and follow up and posting content and all that sort of good stuff, right? So take your one goal, consistency, use a CRM, use Facebook Messenger, ManyChat broadcast, right? So I'm just taking my main goal and I'm breaking them down into 7 action steps. So how do I send out my ManyChats 3 times a week? Well, read something every day. Read a book, write down something that's important, and then send them out in your broadcast. So practice saying my message in 90 seconds or less with a lot of energy. What's your elevator pitch? Because a lot of the times in groups, or if you're on chats or whatever the case is, you're going to be able to go and get to the point, right? The worst thing is on videos. Hey guys, I just want to take a minute here because I kind of sort of figured, I thought that the person closes down your video and they're gone. So you got to be quick, right? Learn about the systems and features, create new and exciting activities to engage people, right? So again, really interesting stuff. Message my hot list every day. You should have a list of 3 to 10 hot leads that you're looking to close every single month. That is called your hopper or your funnel or whatever it is. Make sure that there's constantly people in there. The only time that you feel like your business isn't working is when you're not talking to enough people. So this is probably the number one goal if your goal is production. If you're like, hey, Kev, I want to quit my job. I want to replace my income. I want to pay off my debt. I want to do anything. Your number one goal is to make sure that you have lots of people that you're actively talking to and looking to close. If you don't have that, then I can basically guess what you made last month and what you're going to make this month and what you're going to make next month. So anyone who's watching this right now, if your goal is production based or financially, if it's a financial goal, you must have 3 to 10 people inside of your messaging list that you're constantly either doing water shares with, you are answering questions, you're planning coaching calls, you're moving them towards a close. And if you don't have 3 to 10 people, then you got to get into groups, or you got to post more ads, or you got to get into your Facebook friends list and you got to start chatting away and asking questions and opening people up. This is by far the most important part. So I'm actually glad that this was in here, because I know that a lot of new people, if you're going through this training right now and it's financial goals or paying off debt or whatever the case is, it is making sure your list is full. Planning my Zoom meetings for the team, taking notes on every meeting I have, and knowing your customer. All of these things are, as you can see, they're very production based. These are profit producing activities. So spend some time, write these out, and you can do a new one for every single goal that you have. And it could be for, hey, I want to learn how to play the piano. Okay, well, to learn the piano, you're going to have to learn the keys and how to read music and, different times a day. And I'm sure there's finger stretches. I don't know. I don't play the piano, but you get the point, right? Use this as a tool. And I'm telling you, if there's one thing where you really want to impress somebody and you say, hey man, like, what's your passion? Like, what are your goals in life? What is it you want to do? And they tell you, and you ask them, hey, and how are you planning on getting there? And they say, I don't have a clue. You can say, hey man, I think I have something for you. It's called the 7 Steps to Success worksheet. Would you be interested in checking it out? This is how it works. And people are going to go, wow, like, you really are a professional. Like, you're really taking this seriously. So enjoy this process. Use it for all of the things, any goal that you want, anything that you want to achieve. Use this, because this will help you define the things you need to do. And it's super, super important. And it will take a big, super confusing thing and it'll simplify it so you can take action. Because at the end of the day, if you're not taking action, you're not going to get towards your goal. So I hope that helped. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.